Once upon a time, in a small African village, nestled among the lush green hills, there lived a young woman named Nneka. Nneka was renowned for her extraordinary beauty, and her skin as smooth as silk, her eyes sparkled like the stars, and her hair flowed like the river of ebony. However, beneath her stunning exterior lay a heart filled with anger and bitterness. Nneka's anger stemmed from the way the villagers had treated her family. Her parents had been kind and generous people, always willing to help those in need. But the villagers, driven by jealousy and greed, had betrayed them. They falsely accused Nneka's parents of witchcraft, leading to the death of Nneka's parents. Nneka, left alone and heartbroken, vowed to avenge her parents and punish the villagers for their cruelty. One night, as Nneka wept by the riverside, a mysterious woman appeared before her. The old woman had regal presence, and her eyes glowed with an otherworldly light. She introduced herself as the guardian of the river and offered Nneka a gift, a powerful transformation that would allow her to exert her revenge. "Drink from the river, Nneka," the old woman said, "and you shall gain the ability to transform into a serpent whenever you wish. Use this power wisely, for it comes with great responsibility." Desperate for vengeance, Nneka drank from the river without hesitation, and a cool water flowed down her throat, and she felt a surge of energy flowing through her veins. She looked down at her hands, and she watched in awe as they transformed into scales of a serpent. With the hiss, she slithered into the darkness, ready to unleash her wrath upon the villagers. From that day on, Nneka became a force to be reckoned with. By the day, she was Nneka, the beautiful girl. By the night, she was a fearsome serpent, striking fear into the hearts of those who wronged her family. The villagers soon began to notice the strange occurrences. Livestock went missing, crops withered, and mysterious illnesses plagued the community. Whispers of vengeful spirits spread like wildfire, and the villagers lived in constant fear. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Nneka decided it was time to confront the villagers. The elders and the very people who had orchestrated her parents' downfall. She transformed into the serpent and slithered into the village square, and her eyes glowing with male violence. The elders gathered around a fire where they are discussing the recent misfortunes. When they heard a sinister hiss, they turned and see a now massive serpent coiled and ready to strike. "Who dares disturb the meeting?" one of the elders demanded, and his voice trembled with fear. "It is I, Nneka," she hissed, and her voice echoed through the night. "You betrayed my family and brought suffering upon us. Now you shall pay for your sins." The elders pleaded for mercy, but Nneka's heart was hardened by the years of pain and anger, and a swift strike sank her fangs into the eldest of the group, sending him to the ground in agony. The other elders watched in horror as their leader writhed in pain, in life slipping away from him. Nneka's reign of terror continued, and the villagers grew desperate. They sought for help of a wise old shaman who lived in a distant village. The shaman, known for his knowledge of ancient magic, agreed to help. Traveled to the village to confront Nneka. Upon his arrival, the shaman called out Nneka, challenging her to reveal herself. Intrigued by the shaman's bravery, Nneka transformed into a serpent form and faced him. "Why do you torment these people, Nneka?" the shaman asked, with his voice calm and steady. "They deserve to suffer for what they did to my family," Nneka replied, her eyes burning with anger. The shaman nodded, understanding her pain. "I know the villagers wronged you, and vengeance will not bring you peace. Your heart is filled with darkness, and it will consume you if you do not let go of your anger." Nneka hesitated, her serpent form wavering deep down. She knew the shaman spoke the truth, but her desire for the revenge was overwhelming. "Let me help you find peace," the shaman continued. "Release your anger and embrace forgiveness. Only then you will be free from the curse." With tears in her eyes, Nneka transformed back into the human form. She fell to her knees in heavy sorrow. The shaman approached her and placed a hand on her shoulder, offering her comfort and guidance. In the days that followed, Nneka worked with the shaman to heal her wounded heart. She learned to forgive the villagers and to let go of her anger. She embraced forgiveness. The curse that had bound her began to lift, and she was no longer able to transform into a serpent. The villagers, grateful for the shaman's intervention, welcomed Nneka back into their community. They acknowledged their wrongdoings and sought to make amends for the pain they had caused her family. Nneka, now at peace, used her beauty and wisdom to help others. She became a beacon of hope and compassion, teaching the villagers the importance of forgiveness and understanding. Her story became a legend, a reminder that true strength lies not in vengeance, but in the ability to forgive and heal. And so, in the small African village, Nneka's tale passed down through generations, a story of a beautiful young woman who transformed into a serpent to punish the villagers, but ultimately found redemption through forgiveness and love.